It's the Wrestling Caucus. I'm Peter A.
I'm smileyarriaga.
And today we're talking about 2 nights of a wild WrestleMania 42 from Las Vegas, Allegiant Stadium. Now, since a lot happened, let's just jump right into it. Night one kicked off with Usos LA Knight defeating The Vision and I Show Speed. What do we think of this one?
I had missed this one, but
Oh, right.
you told me that I Show Speed put Logan Paul through a table. Although I didn't see Logan Paul at all, but the satisfaction of knowing that he didn't win made me happy. I would have been a lot happier if he wasn't on the card at all. But what did you think about this match?
Well, this match in particular was kind of part of one of the main problems of night one was the fact that it was a fine, well wrestled match that probably shouldn't have been on this show. It didn't really have any meaning aside from creating
Uh,
a possible viral moment with I Show Speed, doing a crazy frog splash, which was cool, which it was good. But I just think that the Usos and the Vision could have been utilized a lot better. That being said, for a match that involves a celebrity outsider, whatever you want to call it, I thought it was very well done. They used the celebrity in the right way. IShow Speed didn't get in the way. He didn't take over the match, if that makes sense. He wasn't made to be the focal point. That's really all I could say about this match. It was simple to the point, but just wasn't memorable. And I don't know if you're gonna do a celebrity match, this is how you do it. But I can't. They've been other much better celebrity centric matches too, like the Bad Bunny match on another pedestal. But anyway, it was
yeah,
fine.
Bad Bunny. I will always say this. I always praise Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny gave a fuck. Like he, I for it's easy to forget that he was like a guest. You know what I mean? Because he actually gave. He put his ass into that. I don't think any of these guys are topping Bad Bunny. Any of these celebrity guests, but yeah, I like I Show Speed. I do. I just wish that this moment wasn't at the expense of the Usos, who are the best. I think are one of the best tag teams in wrestling, and to remind people, they are the tag team champions, right?
No,
They
division are.
aren't.
No,
Division are.
division.
Well,
Mhm.
oh well. So that's what just tells you what the tag team division is now. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully they got something, cooking after WrestleMania. All right, moving on to Jacob Fatu Drew McIntyre unsanctioned match. Now, again, this was another match that was competent. It was very well done. It was good. I enjoyed it. However, how this match was built up, it just didn't meet that expectation. If it's unsanctioned, right? And all of most of WWE's legendary unsanctioned matches going back to Shawn Michaels and Triple H SummerSlam 2002, very violent. This was not that. Not even close. Um
Yeah.
yeah, it just didn't have a lot of stakes or a lot of drama to it. It was very competent. It was very well wrestled, and there was some good table spots, and the right guy won, in my opinion, and Jacob Fatu, but it needed something else. It needed a lot more.
I don't know. After that Hell in a Cell that Drew did with Punk, every like violent match he did after that didn't top that. They took that shit to a whole new level of violence, and I don't know. Like, part of me feels like this could have just been like. Do you think this could have just been a regular match?
Not the way this was built up.
Mm.
Not at all. This was not a match set up to have two people exchanging holds and doing wrestling. This was not a wrestling match. No, they needed to kill each other, and he didn't really. Drew got a wrench out. Jacob didn't bleed.
And I
They
like,
played.
that confuses us. We were, wait a minute, he has a wrench. He has a toolbox and no one's bleeding.
They played it safe when they shouldn't have played it safe.
Yep.
It's unsanctioned. It's not supposed to be safe. Things are supposed to go awry, and they did not.
Randy
But
Orton and Cody was more violent than this.
exactly. But I'm glad Jacob Fatu won. And hopefully, there's some big things planned for him. All right, moving on to uh, the Fatal Four Way Tag Team match for the Women's Tag Team Championship. And we had Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, Irresistible Forces, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Brie Bella, and the returning Paige. Paige
Uh,
took the place of Nikki Bella, who is injured. And Paige and Brie ended up winning the match. What'd you think of this?
um, I am very happy that Paige is doing okay. She has been through a lot throughout her career. I am very happy to see her healthy and well. That being said, I said this when we were watching this. I would have liked it if Nikki had been like, hey, you know what, guys? I cannot compete tonight with my sister because I am injured. And if I can't compete, then Brie can't either. And she should have hit her sister with the crutch and broke her leg too. So that's one less tag team in this match. That I would have been happy with that result.
Oh, to set up another great Brie Bella and
Oh
Nikki
no,
Bella
I
match
mean,
down the line.
oh no, we could have just had that moment and that would have been it. Like you didn't have to come back to that, but you know what I mean? But you literally had to remind me that Last Legend and Nikki and Nia Jax's team name was the Irresistible Forces because I saw two people coming out in hockey masks. I'm like, oh, where's Nia Jax and Last Legend? That's them. I'm like, oh, like so, like that just shows you how interested I was in this match. Look, like I said, I'm happy to see Paige healthy and well. I think it would have made more sense. I would have liked it better if Paige had came back and like had a stare down with AJ or Becky because I think Paige has more history with AJ. Well, they definitely had better matches when they were wrestling together. I like their feud better when they were wrestling each other. So I would have liked to see Paige return and interact with AJ. But literally that was the one highlight of this match for me. Even though I love Bayley and I do like Lyra Vaquer a lot, I was happy to see Paige. But man, this match was a blur. This to
Well,
me,
this match is exactly what I said it should have been. Very quick and to the point. And for the most part, that's what this was. But there were things like that should have been very easy and very simple that didn't come across that way. Largely, this match was a huge mess.
oh yeah,
Aside from the great moment between Paige and Charlotte when they had the little thing, that was awesome. Got a great reaction to the crowd. The one of the only things in this match that got a good reaction, aside from
yeah,
Paige coming out and Paige getting the pin to win the
yeah,
match.
yeah. I mean, I don't really want them to revisit Charlotte and Paige because that feud is one feud I don't want. You know why? That's one feud I don't want to see again. As but
Yep.
man, you look, listen, it's a four-way tag. These things are always a freaking mess, man. Like, I don't know.
When
Like
they're
they're like
not tornado, they're messes.
it might as well have been a tornado. Like, Jesus. It was messier than a tornado. But I don't know. What's wrong with two-on-two tag matches at WrestleMania? Why does that
I
do
just
like that seems to be a thing that's happened in a lot of WrestleManias. Like, there's just a lot of pay-per-views where it's like, let's just put every tag team here at once instead of just like focused tag team feuds. I don't know.
yeah, it was a nice moment. It was a better moment than it was a match. But I just don't see Paige and Brie Bella as a team. I don't really
No,
see that at all.
no. Paige is probably gonna beat her up tomorrow night. At least I
Yeah,
hope so. I don't know. I can only hope. But look, I'm very happy to see Paige well.
yeah,
I'm happy, and she still looks great. Like, cause dude, like the last that house show she got injured at, I was terrified to see her wrestle again after that. Like, I'm happy to see her well. That's the one
Yeah.
highlight I can say from this.
All right, moving on. Becky Lynch, AJ Lee, women's intercontinental title match, and this is just another example of night one just having just TV quality matches and just very flat finishes, like nothing memorable. That's exactly what this match was.
Yo,
And how this match was built, this was built as like a almost like a Clash of Titans kind of thing on the women's side of things, but it was again well wrestled, stupid, unbelievable finish. Becky grabs AJ's
excuse me.
hair. Becky grabs AJ's hair. The ref is in clear line of sight of that and does nothing. And it was a very flat finish. I'm not against Becky winning at all. Not at all. But man, something. She could have got brass knuckles or did something dastardly to win this. But no, they went with classic, corny WWE heel finishes.
Yo, every time Becky has won this title, it has always been in a bad situation. Like the last time we saw her win this title, Maxine Dupree was buried. Like and like I don't know. It's like also keep in mind this match got more time than the women's world title match.
It was
Am
like
I
the
crazy?
same. No. Oh, well, a little bit more.
Like that's insane. Vaquer and Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan deserved way more time than this, and way more time than that tag match. Like I don't know. Like yeah, it's just like I said. I've seen Becky win the Intercontinental title randomly on some Raw. Seeing her win the world title at WrestleMania it didn't feel any different. And I love AJ. I do. I like seeing these two wrestle, but it's just like it just I don't know. I like this better than the tag match, but it's yeah. I agree. It felt like a Raw match. Like
It was
I
yeah, it was very flat, not memorable at all. And these two are they're stars, and it was just like it's almost like they weren't watching this match, you know. All right, let's move on to match of night one. Probably one of the best matches on both nights in Gunther Seth Rollins. Um, this was
yo
outstanding.
this feud literally this mind you not too a couple weeks ago, Seth was wrapped in some bullshit with a bunch of with a masked gang that he had formed to mess with Paul Heyman. Like let's call it what it is. They're a gang, a bunch of guys with masks. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And in 1 week, Gunther randomly just chokes out Seth. And I'm like, oh yes, yes, finally. It was the best. I usually am not the biggest fan of pivoting, but they had if you were going to pivot to anything, this was the perfect pivot. And mind you, I talked about how they ruined Randy and Cody's storyline. They ruined all the psychology of that storyline in a matter of seconds. This Gunther and Seth was literally put together, and this had a better story than that match. It was simple. It was Gunther was like, listen to me, like because it was first at first Seth just beat up Gunther and drove him out of the ring, and he's like, no, get the hell back out here. That was a receipt. Now get back out here and tell me why you want to fight me at WrestleMania. And then Gunther was like, you want to know why? Okay, here it is. I'm sick and tired of you strutting around here like an idiot, dancing like a moron, and everyone calls you the best. And he got in his face. He like nose to nose. I'm the best. I'm the best in this company. And then he started fighting again. Like, fine, fuck it. Let's. And this is my favorite match of night one. This match was insanely good. And
Yeah.
it's Seth without the goofy crap, and Gunther just being Gunther. And this guy can work with anybody. This guy has had phenomenal matches with everybody, with any kind of wrestler, with Goldberg, with Randy, with Seth. Like what you had to work hard to make this match suck. Like and this was awesome. This is better than the main event, in my
This
opinion. I like this better than the main event.
this match over delivered against matches that have been built up for months.
Months.
I mean, because look at who you got. You got Gunther, who is just probably one of the best wrestlers in the world right now. Seth Rollins too. You put these two together, and surprise, surprise, They made magic. They had to me, it reminded me of like an All Japan match. Just
Yeah.
hard strikes, large moves. Um, it was just everything was believable. They had really
Good
great
psychology.
psychology, great false finishes. It
Jesus.
was compelling from start to finish, and it wasn't even that long. They went under 20 minutes, and hell, I'd love to see them run this back, to be
I mean,
honest.
listen. There's not a Gunther match that I've seen that I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't like. Hell, yo, Gunther gave Miz his best match. The only other guy that did that was Bryan Danielson and I think AJ. Those are only two other guys who gave Miz that good of a match. Like, this was definitely better than Randy and Cody. Punk and Roman was amazing. But Seth and Gunther, that was a hard match. That I put that right up there with tonight's main event. With
Yeah.
yeah, but like it was in my opinion. And here's the thing. Obviously, we'll talk more about Randy and Cody, but like yeah, Seth and Gunther, man, they definitely killed the first night's main event for sure. Like
So like Gunther just outperforming most of the matches on the show, and he walked into the show with not a title match because I thought that him choking out and retiring John Cena, Goldberg, AJ Styles will lead him to a title match at WrestleMania. That didn't happen, but hopefully at least SummerSlam, maybe Money in the Bank. Hopefully by next year's WrestleMania, he's in something important because you can't just retire three legends, and nothing happens. But we'll see. Hopefully something happens. All right, moving on. Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vaquer, women's world title, 6 minutes and 51 seconds. That's embarrassing.
that it's
WWE should be ashamed of themselves doing this.
They should. No, no, WWE, TKO, all the idiot. Like, yo, I mean, dude, you can write an essay about how bad they've messed up some of these feuds, but listen, Vaquer, Stephanie Vaquer is one of the best wrestlers that you have. She literally can work an amazing match without leaving the ground. She's awesome. She can work with a lot of different people. She's and Liv is good too. Liv is someone who's shown. I remember when Liv debuted. You remember in her original stable with the Riot Squad. She has come a long way. Liv has come a long way. She deserves better. Her and Stephanie deserve way better than this shit. And yo, Liv, I appreciate that Liv always knows when to be serious. She knows when to not mess around. I believe that how angry she was at Stephanie for giving her that big bump on her head. I believe like she deserved way better. They did both deserve better than this. Like, come on, like, yeah, like this was nuts. How they definitely got these two got shortchanged like a motherfucker.
Yep. Especially how this thing was built. And I don't know, like Stephanie Vaquer seems like someone they are really trying to get behind. Same with Liv Morgan. Like you said, she's come a long way since her days with the Riot Squad. And you get to the WrestleMania match, and just when it starts to get heated up, it just falls flat. They need to make up for this. Like this is embarrassing. 6 minutes and 51 seconds it helps nobody.
Like, I'm happy Liv won the title. Hey, this is a Royal Rumble winner who actually won the championship. That's great. Good for her. She deserved the wait. She deserved an actual match.
Yep.
She deserved an actual like maybe some color, something like she deserved like something with Stephanie. This they should have just let them cook here.
All right, main event time for night one.
Oh Jesus.
We have Cody and Randy Orton, undisputed WWE championship. Now, let me start
Ugh.
by saying I like this match. I thought this match was very good. And I'll also say WWE is very lucky to have Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton because the past decade at least, Randy Orton has been put into some horrible situations. The Bray Wyatt stuff, the Jinder Mahal title reign, he was put into some crap and he tried to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. And Cody and Randy Orton made chicken salad out of chicken shit of a buildup. They inserted the Pat McAfee thing into this, which helped nobody.
Nope.
But when the bell rung, they delivered.
And here's the thing, and I said this on my last rant about this, the build up to this fucking feud. Randy and Cody can wrestle a good match in their sleep. I was not worried about how good the match would be. In fact, Punk and Roman was proof that when you let two wrestlers just fucking be, you can get a great main event. You know what this, I can articulate easily. You know what this feud was like watching this shit for weeks? Watching them ruin this systematically. You know what it felt like? Imagine you go to a good Italian restaurant, right? And you're expecting some good spaghetti and meatballs. Now, the spaghetti and the meatballs can be Randy and Cody, right? They go together, it's delicious, right? There's no reason why this can't be delicious. And for some reason, when they give you your food, hey, you know what? You know what we think this needs? A big scoop of vanilla ice cream on top of this. And you're like, I didn't ask for this. Why did you put ice cream on top of my spaghetti meatballs? Well, this is how we're doing it now. But I didn't ask for it. Like, well, you're going to eat it anyway. Like, all you had to do was give us the spaghetti and meatballs. You just had to let Randy and Cody just do what they do from the beginning. But they had to taint it. They had to taint it with Pat McAfee. Like Jelly Roll in this match had to give Cody permission. He had to beat up Pat McAfee and be like, now go, Cody. Have the fight you should have had. Motherfucker, Jelly Roll and McAfee should not have been involved in the fucking first place. This was a good match, yes. That should have been amazing. This was a good match that should have been outstanding. Literally, if you had just let these two just be only Randy and Cody, imagine with Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, right? For some reason, you know what? Shawn Michaels, he needs Peyton Manning at his side
Yeah.
to save wrestling. Get any wrestling. If you had done that back then, because you knew how hot that feud was back then with Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. 2 years in a row, it was the hottest feud in wrestling. Any wrestling fan with a fucking brain would have been like, get Peyton Manning the hell out of here. What the hell is he doing here? And the same thing with Pat McAfee. Like, yes, this was good. And Randy and Cody yes, they can make chicken salad out of chicken shit. But Gunther and Randy was just good chicken salad. You remember at Bash of Berlin how great that main event was? I
Yep.
watched that and I was like, yo, when Randy wrestles Cody, it's going to be magnificent. And they found the way to fuck it.
Yep.
Like I said, look, there's some great moments in this match. Like that Cody cutter into the RKO. Of course in the ring they were going to be fine. But it's just, you tainted the psychology of this match. And it's hard to ignore. That's just how I feel. Am I being
Yeah.
too...
No, I think yes, the jelly roll of it all and the Pat McAfee of it all, um, it didn't need to happen. It definitely took away from something from this match, but honestly, I thought it didn't fully bother me because of how good Cody and Randy were. But
Yeah,
again, this is symptomatic of a problem that's happening within WWE. It's the business, the corporate entities getting involved with the creative.
yeah. Bingo bongo. Listen, like,
Ari
yeah.
Emanuel and company, just worry about the business, worry about UFC, WWE, how they're, delivering on the numbers end, worry about all that bullshit. Get your brand deals, get all that shit, try to get a good rights deal for SmackDown if the NBC Universal is coming to an end. I don't know the whole business on that. Let Triple H run creative, and that's it. Please, if Triple H is doing something that is totally not working, um, fine. Then we'll have to reassess. But what Triple H has been doing for the last couple of years has been working. So just let him do what he does well, and just because listen, there's very few people in this world right now that everybody knows about, right? You're doesn't matter how you could take somebody from Love Island, you could take somebody from whoever, you can have Charlie XCX on SmackDown, that does not necessarily mean that Charlie XCX fans are just going to automatically start watching wrestling because they see Charlie XCX. It's not going to happen. That's
And
not going to happen anymore.
and I can already hear certain people being like, "Well, they put Pat McAfee in here for heat." Fuck you. Randy Orton was all the heat you needed for this match. He literally bludgeoned Cody Rhodes and wiped his blood on his shirt. That was all the heat you needed for this match. I was already sold. Do you remember every time Cody saved had you remember every time Randy had saved Cody from getting his ass beat and the way he was looking at his belt? All those little moments they had
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
That's all you needed to sell this damn feud.
And
That's all you needed.
even if the crowd was chanting for Randy Orton while he was killing Cody,
Who
it don't
cares?
matter. It don't matter. Let Vegas pick who they want to win. Let them cheer and boo who they want. That's it. Leave it alone.
Yo, something crazy happened tonight with Sammy and Trick Williams, right? Where people were booing Sammy because they wanted Trick Williams to win. Sammy went with it. He just adapted to it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man.
That's night one. Um, Night one had good moments, but also had a lot of stupid moments and a lot of forgettable moments. Night two, however,
Oh, Jesus.
night and day.
What
Night
the
two
hell?
was so much better.
Like a
And
different company was running this.
yeah, and I like how they changed the color scheme. It was
Yeah,
blue
yeah.
instead of like what the night one was like what reddish,
Orange, yeah.
yeah, that was cool. I like that. But night one kicked off with Oba Femi, Brock Lesnar. This was under 5 minutes, but this was perfect. This is exactly what it was supposed to be. Oba Femi just outpowered Brock Lesnar. It was exactly what it was supposed to be. He utterly destroyed Brock Lesnar, and now you got a new star. Great. Easy.
Shout out to my boy Fernando. We were talking about this match earlier today at work, and he was worried that like, oh no, man, I hope they don't screw over Oba Femi. I'm like, yo, you keep this match short, it's gonna be great. But I understand his worry, and hey, we were both wrong. Oba Femi won over clean as a whistle, and this match was great.
Yeah,
Like,
it was perfect. It was exactly what it was supposed to be, and the crowd loved Oba Femi. It's not like he walked out to silence. Um, and the crowd on night two overall throughout the night, they were hot. It wasn't just like the quote unquote mainstream crowd that watches wrestling once a year that hates everybody except the guys they know or the gals they know. This was
yeah.
not this night. Um, it looked like it was full of at least night two was full of rich regular WWE fans.
Yeah.
Because I saw Danhausen signs, and if you brought a Danhausen sign to a WWE show, you're definitely tapped in. So anyway,
Yo, I
yeah.
want that AEW Danhausen Punk shirt. I hope they make another Danhausen and Punk shirt.
Oh yeah.
There was also a custom, like, we met a guy in the bathroom at the AEW Grand Slam a couple years ago who had a custom Pepsi themed Danhausen and Punk shirt, which was really cool.
That's cool.
But wait, something special happened after this match though with
Oh
Lesnar.
yeah, Brock Lesnar. He left all his stuff in the ring,
Yeah,
and he had a nice little, big hug with Paul Heyman. That was very
yeah.
nice. I love that. That
I
was
didn't
cool.
expect that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Um, Six pack ladder match, Intercontinental title. We had Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, Rey Mysterio. Now, this was just awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
This is great stuff.
This was
A
bonkers.
lot of great high flying action. Um, it was exactly what it was supposed to be. Javon Evans had his Shelton Benjamin moment. The cutter off the top rope, dropping Rusev off the ladder. It was awesome. It was great.
That was so cool, but I was laughing because I was thinking about myself. If Rusev wanted to pull a Samoa Joe and be a real dick, what if Rusev just let Javon Evans fall?
Yeah, that would have been funny. But we got to get guys over now. So
Yeah, no,
yeah,
no. That would have been a funny thing. Like that happened earlier in the match. He just lets him fall, but then later in the match, Javon gets him back.
yeah.
Well, I was thinking about that. Like that would have been hilarious. If he
I you know what I liked? Like all the Lucha guys, like Penta, Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, they're all buddies, but they were beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
Because they wanted to win a championship at WrestleMania.
Yep.
It was great. Yeah, it was a good ladder match. It was very good. They're
Yeah.
actually all trying to get the belt on top.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
that.
While doing spots. You could add
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
Yeah. Penta winning, I think is fine.
We thought this was gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And hopefully, down the line, maybe, let's say if Rey Mysterio does end up, wrapping it up this year, that would be a great final match for Rey Mysterio, at least in
he's
Italy.
he's got to wrestle. I want to see Rey Mysterio wrestle two people, but like no hoopla before his career ends. Pentagon 1-on-1 and Dominic again 1-on-1, but like seriously, without any of the interference, like just the two of them. Because man, Dominic is better than he's ever been, and
Yep.
Rey is still amazing. So I want to see those two. I want to see those two matches before Rey
Yeah.
Mysterio hangs it up.
Um, Trick Williams with Little Yachty beat Sami Zayn for the US title. Now this match, um, it wasn't much of a match. It was really
Yeah,
just a great moment for Trick Williams.
yeah,
It was a little too much Little Yachty in there. Um, I,
yeah.
I think this match again, it definitely needed a little bit more time, maybe like 5 minutes more. Um, Trick is, he's over as hell. They were chanting "Whoop that Trick" all the way down, like during his entrance. As Trick was walking down the ramp, the long ramp, "Whoop that Trick" for like 5 minutes straight. It was awesome. But yeah, I just felt like it needed a little bit more. It felt so sudden and just kind of, you know,
It like
kind of there.
it felt like the Stephanie and Liv match when they when because I was enjoying it,
Hmm.
but but like there was hoopla with the Judgment Day, just like there was hoopla with Lil Yachty, and right when it was starting to get really good, I was like, oh, it just ended because like Trick and Sammy have a lot of good chemistry. Like Sammy was like he was like, oh, y'all want to boo me? This is your guy? All right, fine. I'm gonna put your boy through the freaking ring. I'm gonna kick his ass in front of you. And Trick was Trick was selling like really well. Like he was taking some really advanced stuff, like the brain buster on the freaking apron.
Yeah, that
I
was
was getting
nuts.
like if this match had like 5 to 10 more minutes, this would have been great. Like I was
Yeah.
enjoying these two wrestling. I mean, look, it was a great moment for Trick. I knew he was gonna win. I mean, the brother came out last, like he was the champion. He kind of knew he was gonna win. Well, I was like, damn, I was getting into it. I'm like, oh, that's it.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
exactly.
Yeah,
But Trick hugging his parents,
yeah, that was sweet.
that was really nice. That
That
was a
was
great
nice.
moment. But now, like, Sami Zayn can go on SmackDown and say, "Hey, I was screwed by Lil Yachty," and then Carmelo Hayes can come out and say, "You guys were screwed. I wasn't even in the match.
You
I should
screwed
have been in the
me.
match." Yeah.
You screwed me, homie.
So you got a three-way backlash.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be great. That's
Hopefully.
gonna be
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
All right. Demon Finn Balor beats Dominic in a street fight. Now, it had the right amount of time and had the right amount of violence. It was great. I liked it.
Dominic is one of the best heels in the business, and Finn Balor, surprise, surprise, is still the freaking man. And they did the last time I saw the Demon. You remember when the Demon wrestled Roman, and Vince had his theme song playing during the match. Remember that?
Vaguely.
Yeah, this was them just letting Finn be Finn. He was like had like his subtle when he's the Demon. Sometimes it's very subtle how he changes. He's more like aggressive,
Yep.
and it was consistently aggressive throughout the match. Like
Yeah.
it was like this is another match where I was enjoying it so much. Like, if it went like 5 more minutes, I would have loved it. Like, but
Yeah, like honestly, like when they hit the peak of the match, when the crowd was like its hottest, that's
yeah,
when they went to the finish.
perfect. Yeah, it was great.
That's exactly
was
when
great.
Finn Balor went to the top, did the coup de grace through the table. Looked great. It was perfect. I loved it. It was great.
And people were like mesmerized by Finn. Like, I think it reminded a lot of people how good he is.
Yeah.
Like, and Dominic is just, yo, the way he seamlessly just walked off at his throne in his entrance and fell into those guys and just got up like it was nothing.
Yeah.
This guy was meant for this. Like, he is so great. I love him.
I would have loved to have seen a Vikingo match with Dominic on this card. A Triple A title match. That would have been great.
That would have been, yeah, that would have been really good. Oh,
Yeah,
like Vikingo's craziness with Dominic's like how Dominic is so good with the basics and that mixed together, that would have been incredible.
yeah.
That would have been incredible.
Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill, WWE Women's Title. This was another, this wasn't that long either. It was like 10 minutes, but it was fine.
Yeah.
No, actually, it was more than fine. I thought this is very good. This is probably the best Jade Cargill match I've ever seen, probably.
And well, she's working with freaking Rhea Ripley. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yep.
so Rhea Ripley's one of the she's better than a lot of it. Like I can say I say the same things about Rhea Ripley I say about like someone like Asuka. She's better than some of the guys. She's better than a lot of the guys.
Yep.
Like she's amazing. And like but it was another one of those things where Jade was just labeled food to me because it was like I just knew from the beginning, like, oh, yeah, she's losing tonight. Like the reaction that Rhea got and like the way she was presented, I'm like, yeah, yeah, Rhea's winning. She came out like she was the champion. Like she was already the champion already.
Yeah. Jade, you know,
uh,
um, yeah, I thought she looked good. They did some good, exchanging of holds, some great sequences, some great reversals. This was awesome. Like they got a future star on their hand. Obviously, Rhea Ripley is, their girl right now. But honestly, I think Jade should have won because, again, she has a new group. They have
yeah,
to establish the group. I think if you have someone that has a new crew, they got to look strong. But then again, she can always win it back, so it's fine. But I just thought these girls they did great overall. No matter who won, they both looked good. And again, I do think that okay, like looking at AEW, sometimes some of their matches go a little too long. They go past their peak. This is like the other end of the spectrum. Some matches could have went a little longer, but also some matches like this one in particular. And we were just talking about with Finn Balor and Dominic, the right amount of time, the perfect
yeah,
amount of time.
yeah.
But yeah.
I
Anyway,
mean, I yeah, and like I keep saying, I really wish Stephanie and Liv got the treatment that these two got tonight.
absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
they
Yeah, that was
deserved
that,
it.
that was just that was an atrocity. Moving on to the main event, CM Punk, Roman Reigns,
Jesus,
world title. This is probably my favorite match of the whole of both nights, aside from
easily.
Gunther and Seth. Super dramatic, had many layers to this. They started out slow and they just they had this crescendo that was just tremendous. Like I'm at the time I'm like, I don't know who's going to win. And it
Yeah,
was violent. It was very violent. The right amount of violence necessary for this match. If any, this is a match that I would show to someone that's like, show me wrestling in 2026. I
yeah,
would show them
yeah,
this.
yeah. This, like, listen, this match was the reason why I was so excited to see Roman and Punk because, like, you knew it was going to be awesome. Like these two, especially Punk, are really good at pacing matches. Like, I didn't feel any lull in this match. It was paced perfectly. It built it like it was very layered. Like they were both like like and, you see this in a lot like main event matches where they're both doing each other's moves, but they both did it very purposefully. Like Seth, like Punk, he ran back a spot where you remember where he gave Seth Rollins a GTS, and then Seth went into the ropes, and then he went back on Punk's shoulders, knocked out, and then Punk gave him another GTS. Punk ran that spot back, but the cool thing about it, I love that like when he was gonna give Roman the second GTS, he gave out from exhaustion because he was doing so much. And Roman is very strong, and like Roman took advantage of that. Like it was kind of like, he kept making fun of, oh, you're older than me, but like Roman, it looked the story was that Roman kind of outlasted him,
Yeah.
but at the same time, Roman was still like it. Punk took a piece from him, So this match was like it was very back and forth, but Roman winning, it felt very earned. I was part of me was afraid, like, oh, like I kind of feel like I kind of know Roman's gonna win, but at the same time, it felt so earned, so I wasn't disappointed at all.
Yeah.
The psychology here was just and this it was amazing.
Yeah, CM Punk, after he took that sick power bomb, he gets into the ring. Yeah, like you said, he tries to get Roman up for the GTS, and he just kind of collapses. And then like the whole time, he's like he's on the ropes and he's barely able to stand. And I love the exchange that they did from the Anaconda Vice to the what was it, the front face
The
lock?
guillotine, the
Yeah, the
guillotine. That
guillotine.
yo,
Yeah,
that was incredible.
love it, loved
That was
it.
sick.
It was just go out of your way to watch this match if you haven't seen it. Um,
Oh wait, did you see like even though Punk was a bloody heap, he still found time to make fun of Roman's Unifala. He took
yeah,
Unifala from some guy in the audience, and
he
he
was
was still
working like a
making
heel. You know,
like
he kicked Roman in the nuts. He pushed the referee away. He was desperate. It was great. It was just great stuff.
like
Great
he was just
character
being
work from both of them.
yeah, he was just being an asshole. It was so good. Like
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
I loved it.
So now that Roman's champion, I hope he doesn't go away for 6 months.
I mean, well,
That's the one thing I gotta
well,
say. I would say he should be at least okay. He should be at Backlash. He should be at the Italy show. He should be at Money in the Bank. Hell, he should be here at least through SummerSlam. After SummerSlam, you can go away after SummerSlam, but you gotta be. You have to be. You know. I
oh,
don't
what
know.
if he wrestles Vince? What if
Yeah,
Vince? Oh
great
Jesus! Or he
stuff.
wrestles Shane McMahon comes back.
Oh God.
Roman, I last time I was in this ring, I broke my leg while running the ropes. Never again. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like who the hell can Roman face after Punk?
I mean, I do a Punk and Roman rematch, but and I
Wait,
also do Jacob Fatu.
has he
Just off the
wrestled?
top of my head.
Has he wrestled Gunther yet? Roman.
No, that's another one. You could do that
Oh,
too.
oh, yeah, I want to see Roman and Gunther because
Yeah.
Gunther, Gunther should drag in Seth's carcass again. Like this is what I
Yeah.
did to your boy. I'm gonna do that to you again.
All right. We can wrap it up now. I'm Peter A.
I'm Smiley Arriaga.
And you can listen to the Wrestling Caucus wherever you get your podcasts. You can subscribe to us on YouTube for bite-sized portions of the show. The link is in the description, and you can follow us on the socials as well. We're on Instagram mainly at the Wrestling Caucus. Later days.